Engelmeier. My husband and I live at Schneider Lake, which is Wakefield Township in the chain of lakes. We're going to be married 54 years in April. We have one son, Alan, his wife, Deborah, two granddaughters, Nicole and Allison, both married. We have 6 great-grandchildren. I was born and raised in Benton County, lived in St. Cloud all my life of growing up. I went to St. Anthony School, Tech High School. Got married to Dave Engelmeier and moved to Cold Spring in '56 because it was a clean community. We had Catholic education. My husband was from here. This was good roots. I've worked with all the children coming up from preschool, the seniors, the veterans. I volunteered for 30 years downtown with the seniors at the Legion and wasn't old enough to go to the state fair. And every bit of it's been rewarding. It's been fun. I come from a veterans family. My dad and David's dad were David's dad was World War I. My dad was World War II. His brother was World War II. David's sister and my son were Vietnam, and my husband was from Korea. One of my biggest programs was with the veterans was when Mark Relson from the Community Ed came and said the state came through with a program that they would offer World War II veterans a high school diploma for those who couldn't complete their education. And nothing happened with it in Dave Engelmeier's newsletter at the Legion, so at the Corey Senior Center I picked it up over coffee and playing cards with the seniors, with the veterans. And we graduated 29 from here, and one other veteran graduated from Eden Valley. So that was very rewarding. It's very hard to see your child go off to school. It's very hard to see him out of school. It's very hard to see him go to the military, but it's so good to see him return. But think of those that they didn't return. The Gold Star Mother and Families Monument downtown. They always wanted something, but were always afraid to ask. And when we were down to the last Gold Star Mother, Alma Salzer, it took through a period of her having an accident and falling in her home, and I visit her periodically, and over the conversation, that's how it got picked up. This is what we came up with. They always would have liked something, but were always afraid to ask, like a monument. And when I first picked this up, I really wanted it at Veterans Park, but I took a couple of veterans up to the park with me, and they said, "No, Lorraine." And my heart sunk to my shoes because I thought, oh no, I'm getting shot out of the cannon. And with that, I said, "Where do we go?" And Paul Hessian from the city said, "Lorraine, downtown." So the veterans and Paul and I went downtown. In a matter of minutes, I called blah, blah, blah from different veterans organizations and got a committee. And we had a meeting and met with the auxiliary and the Legion post. And when I knew I had support, we took it to the granite company, and negotiating over a period of months with the granite company, they totally paid for the monument, and the two auxiliaries bought little flower pots. And then I didn't have any money, so I went out and got public donations. You see these seniors coming in, big smiles on their faces because they've accomplished a lot of things. They talk about their families, they talk about their grandchildren. A lot of the seniors come in and do baking here. A lot of people come in and seniors volunteer. A lot of the senior ladies come and quilt. At one time we recycled greeting cards. They came and did that. There's just no end. There's always something going on here. We have a lot of involvement with students with intergeneration. Just recently we had a Spanish class, like at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm hardly awake at that time, but you know, they kept me alert. I've chaired a couple of meals here. Last year was St. Patrick's Day. For being a Polish girl, and I put on St. Patrick's Day and cooked corned beef and cabbage. Hey, give Mart Smogli credit and Anita Krebs, because they led me step for step through the whole thing. I'm a cookie baker. Every kid in Schneider Lake and most of the kids that come in and out of the school here have shared cookies that Lorraine has baked or has given them that the senior center has baked. Sometimes they get disciplined because I treat them too much. My big thing for the senior center is we have a fundraiser which we do the first Tuesday of every month. I spearhead this. Is I take seniors to the casino, and the funds that we make go to the senior center to help pay we do pay the school district $3,000 a year. Dave and I have worked chicken fries, fish fries. I've worked steak fries, pork chop fries at the Legion. Seal Dole and I made chicken dressing for 15 years, and then Seal got sick, and I said, Seal, I think we have to hang it up. And so that we passed it on. We've worked beer gardens for the Legion when it wasn't even the Legion's, it was back to the Sportsman's Park down at Sportsman's Park. My last venture was being asked to be on the task force, and I was the only one from the senior center coming to those meetings, and many times I would tell the superintendent, Scott Staska, I don't know what I'm doing here. And they'd all say, Grandma, we know why you're here, just keep coming. I missed one meeting, and that was because I was too tired to come. Because you can always make somebody else feel good. It makes you feel good. And it's the togetherness, the sharing, the bonding you have with each other. You know, so it's not just you, it's everybody you know. You can't do all this stuff by yourself. Never. Don't ever think you can, because you can't. If I didn't have all these good volunteer people come and help me, it wouldn't be. But I think my husband's probably a great part in my life. He always told me before he retired at the VA after 35 years, he was going to tailgate me on his retirement. But you know what? He's the people person. Like I said, Dave is always there. The backbone to my sharing. My children were all born healthy. They're all very active, and they all have appreciation. And that's the three things in life that are important. Thank you to the community, and thank you, Dwayne, and your wife. She's been a God's blessing to me in many things that she has done up here at the Senior Center.